Is your toddler struggling to talk? Are you worried about a speech delay? You're not alone. Lots of parents wonder if their child is behind in speech. And today, I'm going to share 5 proven speech therapy tips to help your child start talking faster at home. Real quick, comment below and tell me how old is your child and what words can they say right now. Before we launch into these tips, I first want to try to put your mind at ease. I'm a mom of 3 little kids myself, and I know that concerns about your child's development can feel really emotional. But please promise me not to worry too much and not to let these concerns rob you of your joy in being a parent. I've been working as a speech therapist for almost a decade now, and I can honestly say that there is so much variability in when kids start to talk. I have seen 3-year-olds come to me who can't say any words at all, and then they enter kindergarten and they talk just like all their other peers. So please try to put your fears aside while we explore some proven tips to help you get your child talking faster. One of the best ways to encourage speech is to use simple and repetitive language throughout the day. Instead of saying, "Do you want to go outside and play with your toys?" just say, "Go play, play, play." This helps your child hear the key words clearly and encourages them to repeat them. Or if they're in the bath splashing in water, instead of saying, "Wow, you're splashing water everywhere," just say, "Splash, splash, splash." Or maybe they're driving a car up the ramp. Instead of saying, "Your car is driving up the ramp," just say, "Up, up, up, car." Be sure to do this when reading to your child as well. Instead of reading all the words on the book, just describe the pictures using 1 or 2 simple words. Try this today. Pick one word and repeat it 3 to 4 times when talking to your child, and then let me know in the comments what word you chose. Now that you're using simple, repetitive language, let's move to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is about using gestures and visual cues. Did you know that using hand motions and pointing can help your child learn words faster? So you can say up and put your arms up when your child wants to be held. Or if you're saying hi or bye, make sure to wave, "Hi, bye." Or if you say come here, go ahead and motion, "Come here." Kids naturally pick up on gestures before they start talking, and pairing words with gestures can help speech develop faster. If you want, you can even introduce some simple sign language to pair gestures to common words. This can be especially helpful if your child is becoming frustrated when trying to communicate. So in speech therapy with kids, I usually start with these common signs: eat, drink, more, all done, open, help, ball, car, book. Go ahead and try those with your kids and let me know if they start copying those gestures. Instead of asking open-ended questions like, "What do you want?" try to give 2 choices. Open-ended questions might make your child feel overwhelmed because they might not have the vocabulary to answer them. So instead of saying, "What do you want to eat?" hold up an apple and a banana and just say, "Apple or banana?" Then wait and see if your child points, gestures, or tries to say a word, and then encourage that attempt. Or if you're gonna go play together, instead of saying, "What do you wanna play with?" try car or ball. This makes it easier for your child to choose and gives them a model for the words they can say. Now, if your child does not respond, don't force it. Just say the word again and provide a model for them. Over time, they'll start using words or gestures to choose. Try this today and let me know in the comments, what choices did you offer your child? Did they make a sound or try to say a word? Now that we're offering choices, let's move to tip number 4. Tip is especially helpful for toddlers who really are not using many words at all. These catch their attention and make talking more exciting, and then also encourage them to join in. So exclamatory words, like I said, they're silly sounds that are easy to imitate, and they require less effort than full words. They're high energy and they naturally encourage participation. So for example, if you're playing with cars, saying beep, beep, or vroom, vroom would be an exclamatory word. Animal noises are another great option. Moo, ba, look at these animals. And again, you don't have to say, "What does a cow say?" You can just play with a cow and say moo, moo. Or panting like a dog. that's a really fun one. Young kids love to try to imitate that one. Playing peekaboo and just going boo, that would be an exclamatory word, or pop, or choo choo. After you eat, you could say or after you take a sip of water, you could go ah, or you could even cheers your glass of water when you drink with them. Verbal routines are predictable, repetitive phrases that help toddlers learn language because they hear the same words in the same context over and over again. So then this helps them anticipate and eventually participate by filling in the missing words. So I'll give you some examples of verbal routines, and you could think about ways you could be incorporating these into your day. Ready, set, go. Maybe if you're pushing your child on the swing, you could go 1, 2, 3, wee. Or during bath time, wash, wash, wash. Every time you wash part of their body. Or rub-a-dub-dub, baby in the tub. Or like we talked about, peekaboo is such a great game to encourage talking, but every time you do peekaboo, I see you. Or when you tuck them in for bed, night, night, sleep tight. And then as you do these verbal routines with your child, you can just pause. And instead of filling in that last word, night, night, sleep, just see if your child fills it in. And if they don't, no worries, fill it in for them and try again tomorrow. So let me know if any of those work for you in the comments. I would really love to hear. Let's move on to our final tip. My last tip might actually be the most important one, and that is to be patient. Model, but don't force language. We want to take the pressure off of our kids while teaching them to talk. Learning to talk takes time, and every child is going to do that at their own pace. When kids feel this pressure to talk, they might shut down or resist communicating, or they might become really frustrated. So instead of making them repeat things, we can just provide models more naturally. Honestly, even as a speech therapist, I have to remind myself of this from time to time. I need to avoid telling kids, say this, or what's this? Instead, I try to shift to more of a narrator role where I provide those models without expectations. So for example, if you're outside on a walk with your child and you see a dog, try to avoid saying, what's this? Instead saying, look, a dog, dog, and then move on without expecting your child to repeat it. You might be amazed that moment that they actually do repeat it. So please just take a deep breath and trust the process and give your child time. Your child is always listening, learning, and absorbing language, even if they aren't saying much yet. So just keep modeling and providing those cues that we talked about in this video, and celebrate the little wins. And just soak in the joys of parenting along the way. You get a front row seat as you watch the miracle of your child's unique development unfold. And I hope that you can enjoy the process. So if this video was helpful to you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more speech tips, make sure to subscribe.